Hey, Young.
Yeah.
Jury's now entering into the courtroom.
Where we ended up, you and Justin were leaving, Haven Court Apartments or Tulane Apartments.
Yes, ma'am.
At some point as you were leaving, would you contact, Mr. Govan?
Yes, ma'am. Before we left the apartment, I actually contacted him about getting my phone at the car. That's when he told me to meet him where he get a car wash at.
You also mentioned that, please turn cell phones off.
Okay.
You also mentioned, I'm sorry, that, you mentioned something about cleaning.
About the glass there, at the window, it got shattered in the street by the house, by his house.
But you all hadn't contacted him to let him know that you had had the hit, right? That you made the hit on call?
No, we told him that when we talked to him at the apartment, you know what I'm saying, he knew that we had just handled the kids and off.
He knew that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And what did he say to that?
He was like, he was saying about the glass, like, you know, we gotta get rid of the glass, get rid of the car, basically. Get rid of the car. We gotta burn the car up.
That's what he told you then?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so you leave out of the apartment complex.
Yes, ma'am.
You get in the car with Angela, as we saw in the video.
Yes, ma'am.
And from Tulane Apartments or Gospel Gardens or Haven Court, whatever the name of the apartments are now, you all head where?
Well, I stopped, got me a cigarette. Then I had headed to Pressure to meet Mr. Govan.
You made it to Pressure World. You're still in the car with Angela, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
You made it to Pressure World. And where is Pressure World?
On Lamar.
So you were at Pressure World on Lamar. How far is that from where Mr. Govan lives?
A couple minutes around the corner, he ain't far.
You get there. Is he already there?
Yeah, he was already up there. I jumped at the car, and me and him was having a one-on-one discussion. He was saying that he had heard that Dolph had shot one of us, because I told him I was shot. He was like, I heard Dolph shot one of y'all, and y'all blood on the scene. He was like, did y'all have y'all face masks on? Like, yeah, we had our face masks on, stuff like that. And I got my phone from, because I had to go take my dad to work or whatever. And Angela had splurred off after that and went to pick my dad up. He called me back again. I'm like, man.
Oh, no, hold on. I know you got a lot you need to get out.
My bad.
We're going to have to slow it down. Yellow, like this, just
My bad.
slow it down. All right, so who was he that called
Mr. Govan. Mr. Govan.
Okay, he called you back.
Yeah,
He called you back to Pressure World, or he called you back on the phone?
No, he called me back on the phone and telling me to slow up before I leave from my dad's house, because he wanted to meet me over there or whatever. He was finna pull back up and ask me a question.
Okay. At any point, did he mention paying you your money?
Not right then. He was just saying that, you know, he was gonna give me my money. Right?
When was he saying this?
He been said that, like, at Pressure where like, all right, we're gonna get that money, you know what I'm saying? Like, basically.
And I'm not sure if we mentioned this before, was Mr. Govan to get a cut of the money?
Yes, ma'am, I supposed to give him 10,000 at my cut.
Okay, was Justin
And he told me Justin supposed to give him 10,000 as well, so I was like, I agree with the 10,000 cut. Because he put me on the league, like, I hired you to do this, so give me a cut of it. So I'm like, all right, I agree with you.
All right, So he called you back after you leave pressure room, told you slow up, you want to meet at your dad's house?
Yeah.
Did he ever come to your dad's?
Yeah, he pulled up. When he pulled up, he jumped out. Now the conversation, I really forgot what we were talking about right then, but it was concerning what just happened or whatever. But I like, man, give me a couple of dollars right quick so I can give me some more pills, because he said he ain't had none, and I was shot, so I need the number, you know what I'm saying? He gave me a few dollars, then he left.
He gave you what?
He gave me about $30, $40, then he left.
And that was the same day that happened?
Yes, ma'am, it was like an hour or so later.
Were you still with Angela then?
Now, she had left and took my dad to work for me. I stayed back so I could talk to him.
Did you see Mr. Govan anymore after that day?
Yes, ma'am. Later on that night, I pulled back up at his house. He was on the phone with Justin at the time, and Justin was...
Justin?
Yes, ma'am, Justin Johnson. And Justin was talking about cash out for him some money so that I could get another wound kick, because I was bleeding bad. I was not. I pulled up over there. He gave me a few pills or whatever. And,
He gave you some
extra
pills?
Yeah, he gave me some extra pills. Not oxycodone. He gave me some extra pills or whatever.
That was going to help with your wound?
Nah, that was because I had to get up the next morning, early that morning, and go get a car cover. He gave me some money to buy a car cover as well. You know, to cover that car that was sitting across the street. You know, he was like, first he kept saying we gotta bring the car. But, you know, he said, gave me the money, go get the car cover or whatever.
When did he give you the money?
That night, he gave me the money.
The night of?
That night before.
It's a lot of nights.
The same night the same morning the car got discovered. The night before that, he gave me the money, because I went to AutoZone that morning, got the car cover. And I was gonna wait till he got dark to put it on the car, but they discovered the car.
So, but he gave you the money the night before?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Let's talk about what else happened the night before.
The night before the car was discovered?
Yes.
I had went and wiped it down or whatever. I went and wiped it down. I had called him and told him that I was going in the backyard to wipe the car down. So he wouldn't, shoot at me or nothing like that. He know who it is in the backyard.
Even though he lived across the
Yeah,
street?
even though you know what I'm saying?
I don't.
Well, I'm saying like this, in the streets, you watch us around it basically. So, you see some fun stuff, you get, kind of street life live, you get kind of scary and you shoot things somebody after you. Anyway, what it just happened, young Dolph just got killed. So, you have to be aware of everything.
So, did he give you the money when you went to wipe the car down?
Nah, he didn't give me the day. Well, I probably got the dates mixed up or whatever, but the day that the car got discovered, the night before he gave me the money to get a car code.
When was it, if you can remember, when you said you went to wipe the car down?
It was a couple days, like around the same time I got the car cover, if not the same day, I wiped the car down trying to get the prints, make sure there no prints on it.
All right, when you were wiping the car down, what were you wiping the car down with?
Some like with cleaning supply stuff. I can't tell you exactly what I put on it, but I had a rag, had stuff sprayed on the rag, and I just went and wiped it down.
All right, now, was this rag soaked? Like,
Nah.
dipped it in some products, or you just
I
sprayed
just
it?
sprayed some stuff on it.
Do you remember what it was?
Nah, I really don't.
And was it daytime or nighttime?
It was nighttime.
Okay, it was nighttime.
I ain't do nothing daytime.
It was nighttime. Could you fully see the car that night?
It was in the back, like somebody had pushed it all the way in the back out, like all the way in the back. So
When you all dropped it off, was it in the same place it was?
nah, it was like in front of the driveway.
Okay.
That's why
When you all dropped it off, it was in front of the
yes,
driveway?
man, it was parked up close where you can see it can be spotted east,
Okay. But when you went back, it was,
pushed on to the back.
do you recall if y'all had keys to the vehicle or Justin did?
Justin had the key to him. But Mr. Govan kept asking like where the key was, so we could move it and bring it up somewhere else.
So it was nighttime, the car was pushed towards the back, and you were wiping it down. You were shot in your right shoulder?
The right shoulder, yes,
Is
ma'am.
that your dominant hand?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So did it present any problems wiping down?
Nah, it really, like, I did the best I could, being shot and all, I did the best I could wiping it down.
Now, you do know your prints when you eventually found on the car.
Yo, I didn't do a good job, so.
Okay. right, did you let Mr. Govan know that you had wiped the car down?
Yeah, I called him when I was walking in the pickup to let him know that, I was gonna go back there and wipe the car down.
And what did he say?
He said, all right, bro.
So another night or another day or so, you were asked to get a car cover.
Just fine.
When did he provide you the money for the car cover?
Like the night before, I went and got it the next morning, like in between midnight out.
And how did he provide you with the money?
For cash money,
Cash.
just mine.
Okay. He provided you with cash. Had you ever bought a car cover before?
No.
Did you know where to go get one in?
Yeah, I knew where to go get a car cover from.
Okay, and did you look it up or figure out which store?
Nah, it was an AutoZone close by, so I know AutoZone sells them.
Okay, okay. So is that where you went?
Yes, ma'am.
You went to AutoZone. Yeah, what color car cover was it?
And that part I can't tell you because it never made it out the box.
It never made it out the box. Why didn't it make it out the box?
Because they had discovered the car, and I was like, since they discovered the car, take this junk back, get the money back, and just buy me some more pills.
Did you, when the day that they discovered the car, did you speak with Mr. Govan then?
No.
You don't call to Mr. Govan?
No.
You speak with Mr. Johnson, Justin Johnson?
No, I ain't speaking to anyone of them that day when they discovered the car. I ain't talking to nobody.
And how did you know that they discovered the car?
Facebook, the news, and stuff like that.
So,
Well, that morning, like before I went and got the car cover, I spoke to Mr. Govan. But like after they discovered the car, nope, I ain't talking to him. I was just
the morning of, so what did you talk about the morning before they discovered the car?
get car cover and stuff.
You
I'm
talked
trying to
about,
get that car covered up and get rid of it basically.
why did you need to speak with Mr. Govan about?
He was the one saying that we need to get rid of that car. You know what I'm saying? Like it was right there, and he was like, he ain't want them talking to him about anything if they discover the car, because he gonna tell them to give a Willie Massey or he keep it to his gambling.
So the day the car was discovered, you did not speak with him any more afterwards?
Not after the car was discovered.
All right. Did you speak with him any more after that?
Yes, ma'am. December the 8th, 2021. I was going to give me some pills, going one way, and he was coming up another way, and he looked through the windshield mirror, or his windshield, and blew the horn. And I pulled over, he pulled over, and he got out the car. He was like, thank God. He was telling me that he been getting shot at and stuff, and he asked me have I spoke to Mr. Justin Johnson, because they had ran in Justin Johnson's house the night before or whatever. He showed me some things on his phone, and he was asking me, did I have a number he get in touch with me on? He told me I need to get rid of my phone. I need to get rid of that phone, is all he was saying. And he was like, he was gonna go to private that night and get my money. And he was gonna call me. He asked me for a number. And he was gonna call me.
Did he ever call?
Now the U.S. Marshal was on me the next day. I was in jail.
You didn't have a chance?
Nope.
Okay, so you said the next day, so that would be December 9th, 2021?
Yes, ma'am. December 9th.
What else sticks out about that day?
December 9th. It was my daughter's birthday.
All right, it's a different daughter's birthday that was on
Yes,
the day?
ma'am. Yes, ma'am. It was my daughter's birthday. I had took her some cake and ice cream to school, and the U.S. Marshal was treating me the whole month.
And you were eventually arrested?
Yes, ma'am. I was arrested.
Did you have your phone on you that Mr. Govan told you to get rid of?
Yes, ma'am. I had that phone on me.
Okay. Did you have more than one phone?
Yes, ma'am. I had Ms. Elsa's phone on me as well.
Well, did you have another phone? Did you get rid of the phone that Mr.
No,
Govan-
I never got rid of the phone.
You never took it?
I gave it to my children's mother, like, after I saw the U.S. Marshal trailing me,
Okay,
I gave it to my children's mother
that's one.
and left. Yeah.
And to your knowledge, police got that phone from her.
Yes, ma'am. They got a warning.
Got the phone. How did they know she had a phone? Or do you know?
Well, I guess.
I'm not gonna ask you this,
I don't know. I don't know. They did a opinion what it is. I don't know.
but they did get the phone out of her.
I did get the phone.
And you didn't speak to Mr. Govan anymore after that. Now, you were promised, hold on for a second, was that a yes or no, Mr. Govan?
No, ma'am. I didn't speak to him no more.
So, as part of this, you were promised that you would receive $50,000, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you ever receive that money in your hand?
No, ma'am.
Once you were arrested, was the money ever gifted to you or,
Not directly to me, but it was provided for lawyer fees.
and do you know about when it was?
I I just can't. No, man, I can't recall. But it was after I was locked up at 201.
So your knowledge was Mr. Govan locked up at that time?
No, man, he wasn't locked up at the time.
You were arrested December 9th.
Yes, ma'am.
You were charged with charges you're here for that you have now.
Yes, ma'am.
Were you promised anything for your testimony?
No, ma'am.
Do you hope to receive something from the testimony?
I'm praying for it, but I wasn't promised. Like, I've been asking for a bond. I wasn't promised nothing.
And you spoke to prosecutors.
Yes, ma'am.
You spoke to me a few times, right?
About two, 3 times. So.
Everything happened here in Shelby County?
Yes, ma'am.
I'll pass the clip, Sean.
Mr. Cornelius, my name is Manny Aurora. I'm the lawyer for Mr. Govan.
Yes, sir.
Have we ever spoken before?
Nah, never spoken.
Earlier today, about 10 o'clock, the jurors were excused for about an hour. Did you have to talk to your lawyer before you testified today?
Nah, I actually speak to my lawyer.
Okay, did you talk to your lawyer?
Nah, my lawyer at the time.
All right, did you talk to one of his associates?
Yes.
And is she the one sitting in court right there still?
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am. Yes, sir.
All right, and during the course of that hour, did you talk to both the DAs one more time before you took the stand?
This one?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So in that hour break between 10 and 11, you talked to your lawyer about whatever, it's your privilege, and then you talked to the DAs about your testimony.
About my testimony, they would just ask me was I read it. Yeah.
Okay, so let me get this straight. You're telling the truth here today, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, so why do we need to talk to your lawyer before you testify if you're telling the truth?
Because when I came to court on the first, I didn't see my attorney. So I've been trying to talk to my attorney. Since I've been coming to court, I haven't saw my attorney one time. So I've been trying to talk to my attorney.
Right, but your attorney's already negotiated a proffer settlement for you with regards to that, right?
No, he didn't.
He didn't do that.
No, he didn't tell me that I got nothing on the line or nothing. So I'm trying to ask what's going on.
All right, so if your lawyer didn't tell you anything, you're totally on your own, cooperating with the government, hoping you can negotiate some kind of deal with the government?
No, I'm just keeping it real because they already know everybody else already made statements and told their part. So I'm telling the truth too.
Okay. My point to you is before testifying here today, you asked to talk to your lawyer about whatever you talked about. Then the government lawyers went in and talked to you, and then you testified.
I asked to talk to my lawyer because I haven't saw my lawyer since I've been coming to court, sir.
Right, so I'm trying to ask you, what is there to talk about? You knew why you were coming
I'm
here
trying
for.
to see what's going on, sir.
Right, going on as to why am I brought to Shelby County? You didn't know you were going to testify in a trial today?
Yes, I did, but I'm trying to see what's up on my behalf, like me and him talking, like on our terms.
And you know the ladies came and saw you at the jail in the last week, right?
Nah, they talked to me like last week, then like a week or two before it, and then just picked up 3 times and talked.
And prior to that, you talked to an ADA named Hagerman about 5 times. You remember a tall white guy that's bald?
Yeah, I remember Paul.
Okay, and you talked to him about 5 or 6 times?
I don't know, I can't tell you exactly how many times I talked to Mr. Paul, but I talked to him.
Okay. And to the police, you made at least 4 statements, if not more?
Nah, I ain't made no full statements to no police.
All right, did you talk to him in December after you got arrested?
Yeah.
Did you talk to him again at least in March of 2022 after you got
I
arrested?
talked to Paul again.
Okay, that's the prosecutor, right?
Yeah.
And he had the cops with him?
Yeah.
Okay, so you get arrested on December 9th, you're indicted on January 2022, just about a month later, right?
Right.
Then you have your lawyer and you go talk to Paul along with the other cops in March, is that right?
Right.
Okay, and then you talk to him again after that, right?
Yeah.
You remember talking to federal prosecutors in August of 2022 and making a statement?
I don't know who I was talking to, and I don't remember like what time it was, but
Okay.
yeah, I talked to him.
And you remember when you previously given statements, you acknowledged you lied to the police throughout this process, right? You denied everything. And you opened up.
I ain't say throughout the process. I ain't say that.
Okay.
When I first spoke to them, when I first got locked up December 9th, I was intoxicated. So, you know, I really didn't want to talk. Like,
Okay. So you are now telling me that on December 9th, the police illegally questioned you while you were drunk. They didn't wait for you to
I
sober
didn't
up.
say they legally pushed me. I said I was intoxicated. And I said I would talk to you. So, but I talked to them. I was intoxicated.
Okay. Your arrest is made by the U.S. Marshals. And so you would have been intoxicated at the time the Marshals arrested you?
Yeah.
And this isn't the daytime, right? During the day?
Yeah.
All right. And so you're really close to your daughter's birthday on the day they arrested you, but you're drunk. Is that right?
Now let me check these out. These had me. I saw them trailing me. You and Marshall trailing me. They followed me the whole morning from the time I got up. After I saw him, the next day they was on. I
Okay.
saw them trailing me. I went and got cake and ice cream for my daughter. I dropped Angela off at work. I dropped her cake and ice cream off at school. Then I went to my children's mother's house and dropped the phone.
Okay. When did you get intoxicated?
Early in the morning.
Okay. So
Like, I
you're,
already had these pills that night. From that night on, I already had pills and stuff.
let's go back. The night before you got arrested, let's just presume you got arrested on December 9th, 2021. You started taking pills that night.
Yeah, I went to sleep, but I had these pills to wake up on.
All right. Who did you get the pills from?
Someone else.
You got a name? You don't remember, do you?
Nah, I don't want to put their name out there.
Well, we're telling the truth now, remember?
Yeah, but
It's all
they
open.
not on trial though. They not in this. They ain't got no part. They just sold the pills. So I ain't finna put their name.
So you got some pills the night before, and you stayed intoxicated through the whole day, or did you drink some the
No,
next morning?
you don't drink on pills. You don't drink alcohol with oxycodone. I ain't say nothing about drinking. I said I pop pills. That's my choice of drug.
Okay. When people say intoxicated, maybe I misunderstand.
I was under the influence. I'm saying it.
Did you take pills in the morning to stay under the influence?
Yeah, I woke up and popped me some more pills. I was shot already too. You know, I was shot too.
I understand. So you took the pills, but even though you're intoxicated with the pills, you know enough to go to the grocery store to get cake, get balloons. Then in your intoxicated state, you go to your daughter's school. Apparently the teachers at the school don't mind you being intoxicated, so you drop off all the stuff for the party. Then you leave some more. You're not intoxicated enough to realize that the marshal's been following you all morning, so you're sharp enough to figure that out. And then prior to them stopping you, you're smart enough to ditch the phone with your child's mother. That's what you're telling me in your intoxicated
See, I've
state.
been taking them so long to where pills don't do me like they probably do you, and I could be at work as well.
Right.
And then after I saw the U.S. Marshals on me, I did go to a Family Dollar, get some Tylenol PM, and took some of them too.
All right, so let's go back to the story for the day. You get up, you pop some pills, you go to the grocery store, you go to the school, then you see the marshals. Instead of being worried about the marshals following you, they just leave you alone. You go to the Family Dollar to go buy headache pills.
They ain't just leave me alone. They were trailing me, trying to see exactly where I was going, what I was doing. They were tracking me the whole time. From the time I
Why
got
didn't they just stop you if they saw you? And you're clearly
They
wanted.
tried-
Just you're in cause for speculation.
They stopped you near your child's mother's house, right?
No, they stopped me in Mississippi. I put them on the. I left. I just put them on the trail. They ain't put no lights on me till I got in Mississippi.
Okay, so was it a high-speed chase or you just
Nah,
kept
I
going?
don't know how speed chase. Cause as soon as they put South Haven police behind me, and South Haven police put their lights on me, I pulled up, and the marshal was right there.
All right, so we talked about intoxicated. So you're smart enough to say, I'm going to get out of Memphis, have them chase me across state lines to Mississippi. Then you remember specifically South
They
Haven
didn't
police
chase
got
me.
you.
They didn't chase me. I just drove, and they were following me. They were trailing me the whole time. So I
Okay,
just went on to South Haven, Mississippi, and they followed me and put South Haven police behind me from all cops.
all right. So in your intoxicated state, you went in this Sunday drive essentially where you saw the marshals tailing you. Then you were smart enough to recognize South Haven police was also involved. Is
Look,
that right?
I'm from the streets, so
Yeah.
you know, when you drive, you pay attention to all your mirrors. You know what I'm saying? So I pay attention to these cars following me. You know what I'm saying? And I knew that if they was some hitters, they would have pulled up on me and just shot the car. You know what I'm saying? So I went ahead and went on to Mississippi. When I was in my baby mama's apartment, in fact, they pulled up 5-seat car deep, number 10 windows. So I knew they were police.
What kind of cars were following you?
Jeeps, all kind. You know how the marshal drive? You know.
Well, marshals usually have those big SUVs and Suburbans, but you're saying like a Jeep Wrangler?
They had Jeeps, they had all kind of cars.
Okay.
They was in unmarked cars, 10 of them.
So I'm going to try to go this slowly. If there's anything you don't understand, just ask me to repeat myself, okay?
Yes, sir.
I have no quarrel with you. I respect what you're trying to do. I just want to ask some questions,
I
okay?
ain't got no problem. I respect what you're trying to do.
When we first started this morning, you had mentioned you'd been shot twice and you were losing a lot of blood. Is that a guess?
Yes, sir.
And you said it was gushing everywhere out of your arm. You had to get medical care.
No, I got a wound key. I never went to the hospital.
Understood. But you used the word a lot of blood everywhere. Is that fair?
Yes, that's what I said.
Okay. So as you're bleeding with blood everywhere, you got into the Mercedes to make your getaway.
I didn't even recognize I was shot at the time. Like when I got in the car, I didn't recognize I was shot.
But you saw you were bleeding.
No, once we pulled out and he shot the window, that's when I know I had a hole in my. I wasn't bleeding.
When the car left, as it's leaving, Makita's Cookies, you get shot in the arm.
I don't know when they got shot. I see the air. I don't know when exactly. What point I was shot at, I don't know. But once we pulled out, we was driving crazy. That's when Jesse said he was straight, and I looked. I'm like, dang, I'm hit too. I kept asking him, was he okay?
So obviously, at some point when you're shooting your AK-47 into the Makitas, backing up, the other guy comes out, and then at some point he grabs an AK-47 and shoots at you. You have to have been hit somewhere along that point, right?
Yeah, it was so bad. I don't know when I got hit right here. Anyway, I can't tell you when I didn't feel.
Can we agree that after you got shot twice in this part of your leg, which is a heavy bleeding part,
I was straight right here.
you're straight? So that shot didn't bother you.
And the bullet went in me right here and was in my back.
Okay, because when you were walking, you didn't look like you were limping into the apartment. That's what I was asking you. Did you get shot in the
Yeah,
leg?
straight right there. Straight right there.
It's just a scrape. All right, the one that lodged in your body, that blood is just gushing, right? It's you've got an open wound in your throat.
Russian, but you know, because I've been shot before, so I know not to panic. Long, long bleed out of my mouth, I ain't gonna panic. So I know how to control them.
Mr. Cornelius, I'm not trying to ask you difficult questions. Were you bleeding heavily from the gunshot wound in your arm?
Yeah, you gonna bleed. You gonna bleed.
That's all I'm asking.
Yes, sir.
And as you're bleeding, you're sitting in the car going to Bradley Seat where you dropped off the car. Yes?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so there will be blood in the car. I mean, you're bleeding heavily.
I'm sitting up. I'm sitting up actually, man. And I got on a pullover sweat, you know, and I'm not panicking. So the blood I'm not panicking because I'm making sure Mr. Johnson okay as well. But he said he was eating. But it's gonna find out he was straight.
But if you're bleeding heavily, but there's no blood, is that what you're telling me?
Your Honor, I'm gonna object. He's actually answered this about 5, 6 times.
I just want a simple answer to a simple question.
He's answered it to the best of his ability.
Was there blood in the car once you got out?
Nah, I wasn't looking to check. I wasn't trying to see whether no blood. I'm moving fast, trying to, you know what I'm saying?
All right, we'll go with that. And you mentioned that Justin had the car keys, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
All right, so when you guys dropped off the car, Justin got into his SUV that he left across the street from Mr. Govan.
I got out and jumped in the SUV on the video. So I was driving the SUV in the park.
I'm not talking about the apartments. Remember when you dropped off the car? Let's focus. When you guys dropped off the white stolen Mercedes, you said across the street from Mr. Govan's house. You and Justin got out of the car.
I got out the car to move the truck. You had to move the truck out the yard first to pull the car up. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, so you did that.
Yes.
Whose truck was it?
It was just no again.
All right. Who drove the truck away over the two-lane apartment?
I did.
So that white SUV that we saw you were driving?
Yeah, that was me.
Okay. You don't know who struck that?
No.
All right.
It was just no again.
All right. When you drove the Mercedes into the driveway.
No, I did not. I can't drive too good. I jumped out the Mercedes to move the white truck.
But
Justin parked the Mercedes. He was driving, as you saw in the video.
All right. So even though you couldn't drive too good, you drove the SUV to two-lane
I said I
apartment.
couldn't drive too good.
You just did say
I
that.
ain't say. I said I can't drive two vehicles, two cars.
Okay.
At one time.
All right. So did Justin have the keys to the Mercedes?
Yes.
Okay. So he does whatever with the Mercedes, takes the keys, you guys get into the SUV, you drive it away to two-lane apartments, right?
Yep.
Okay. I want to get into the AutoZone. I know you don't remember, but the car was found on the morning of December 20th, 2021, which is about 3 days after the shooting, okay?
December the 20th.
I'm sorry, November the 20th, 2021. We'll work with that, right? You're now saying that the night before, which would be around midnight, I think you said, of the 19th, Mr. Govan gave you some money for car cover?
Yes, sir.
All right, and you said around midnight or so he did that, right?
Yeah, and in between the time.
Okay.
8 hours.
You mentioned at one point that he paid you with Cash App, and then at one point you mentioned he
I
paid
said
you with
nothing about cash.
So these jurors didn't hear the word Cash App come out of your
No,
mouth at
I
all.
said he paid me with cash.
Okay.
He gave me cash to go get the car cover.
Did he ever pay you any dollars with Cash App?
No.
Okay, so he gave you cash. Did you go get the car cover?
I went and got it, but I didn't go inside the store myself.
Okay. So now let's go back. So you're telling me when this happened, on the night of the 19th, you were with your girlfriend,
Yeah.
Angela?
Yeah.
Okay, 'cause you didn't mention that when they were asking you the question. So let me
What
get this
you
straight.
say? What you say?
On the 19th, the night before the car was discovered, you cleaned that car, right?
Yeah.
Angela was with you when you were cleaning the car?
She wasn't with me. She dropped me off.
All right, where did she go?
I told her buzz loop, buzz block, right around. So I
Okay.
called and told her to come back.
All right.
She wasn't with me.
So you said you called Mr. Govan to tell him that you were going to clean the car so he wouldn't shoot you, right?
Yeah.
So did he come out to visit with you?
No, he didn't come out.
Then how did he give you the money that night to go get a car cover?
I went back over there. I ain't say it might have been that same day now. I said it might have been the next day, but I went over there, get some pills. Or it might have been later on, but I went over there to get some pills or whatever. Stay up, some extra pills, once again.
Right.
And
But
he
you
gave me the money to get the car cover.
understand, we're running a little bit out of time because you told us under oath that he paid you on the 19th of December of 2021 in the evening hours around midnight.
Then I said it might not have been that day. It might have been Nick. It might have been like I probably had the days mixed up. Like the day before, I probably went and wiped the car. Then 19th, he gave me the money for the car closed.
Well, see, there's a little problem with that. The car was found on the 20th that morning.
Okay.
So if you wiped the car down the night before it was found, that would be the 19th. You agree with me, right?
Exactly.
And if he also paid you at the same time, that would be the 19th, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So if you
But
got,
the time of what time, like exactly what time this took place, what I can't remember.
but it was all at night.
Yeah, like midnight, early morning.
Okay. And you went to the AutoZone to buy that night, and you just.
Nah, I ain't go that night. I went that morning to get that Costco because I wasn't finna put it up. The AutoZone ain't no 24-hour AutoZone where we get nowhere.
Okay. What time did you go to the AutoZone?
So they open up early in the morning.
So like 7 in the morning.
Can't tell you exactly what time.
Okay.
I couldn't see that light.
Who'd you go with?
Man, also,
All right. So now you've got Angela involved in covering up the murder, like hiding evidence, right? She's helping you get this.
I ain't ever involved doing nothing. She won't add nothing. She wasn't doing it. Nope, not gonna lie like that.
All right. So when she picked you up at 2 Apartments, what happened to your clothes?
What happened to my clothes?
Yeah, the bloody clothes.
We had changed out at 2 apartments.
Where'd you get the clothes?
We got them 2 apartments.
Like from who?
Whoever that was, I don't know the good.
So they just had something to fit your size to wear those
Yeah,
clothes?
you see, when we went in and we came out, you see, before Angela pulled up, we had on different clothes when we came out. You
Okay.
see that on the video.
So you remember that part, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You went to the AutoZone. You ever been to an AutoZone yourself before?
Yeah, I had cars.
Security cameras everywhere, right? At the AutoZone?
I don't know about it.
All right. Would it be out of the ordinary? You've done auto parts shopping before. You said you've been there before, right?
Right.
All right. Do most businesses that you frequent have surveillance cameras?
Of course.
So your car, what car was it that went to the AutoZone that morning?
The SUV that picked me up.
So Angela's car.
Yes, sir.
So if I was to call AutoZone to get surveillance, I could easily see the car coming and go.
Yes, sir.
All right, and if I went inside, I could easily be seen on the surveillance cameras because they had it for shoplifting and all that. Angela would be front and center, right?
I ain't gonna say front and center, but I told her to go get the car code.
All right. And
Go
so,
get a car code, universal car code.
all right, and so if it's around 7 in the morning, she used cash to buy it. You get a receipt even if you use cash, right?
Right.
Okay. So if I wanted to double check, say I'm a really good detective and I want to figure out what's happened, I could easily go to AutoZone, pull the footage, ask them for just their receipts from between 7 and 8 that morning, who bought a car, I could very easily validate what you're saying, right?
Of course.
We agree on that. Thank you. With regards to Mr. Govan, you talk to him almost every single day, right?
What you mean?
Like you would hang out at his house.
Yeah, I go through the grab, you pull up on it.
Yeah, I mean, you talk to him pretty regularly, right?
Right.
So if you say, hey, he called me or he did this, you could have communicated with him for any reason. You have to take your word for what it is that you guys talked about, right?
When you talking about?
Well, I mean, you're a little vague on the date, so I'm just asking you, if you met him that summer,
I'm a little big on the date.
a little fuzzy on the date.
Oh, yeah. I've been locked up almost 4 years.
Right, but you've also talked to the police over the course of 4 years, especially in the first 6 months.
But
Then
not like this, not like
But I know, because there's pressure here for when you're a girl, but I'm saying, and you've also
ain't
talked
no
to,
pressure. Cause I'm telling the truth, ain't no pressure. I'm being real.
your truth is your truth, I understand. You've talked to these people about 9 times essentially, the government lawyers, right, prior to testifying here today.
I can't tell you exactly how many times I talked to them, sir.
Okay. You mentioned during your testimony that you actually never communicated with Joe, is that right?
No, I never communicated. Well, I did, to be honest with you. I had, like, after they found the car, whatever, and, man, I wasn't talking to, Justin or him. So I had, inbox on, one. Well, I forgot what it was, and I'm like, man, I'm going home, boy, man. You need to holler at you, I'm trying to get my money. You know what I'm saying?
So who are you communicating with?
I was inboxing Juke, like, man, this Govan, little homeboy. Like, really, I ain't want to say this was Govan hired, you know what I'm saying, under the bid. I'm like, Govan, homeboy, I need to get up with you. I'm trying to get my grade.
All right, so when you said inbox, is that an email?
I forgot what I had. Hit the man up on. I forgot what it was.
And the reason I ask is you didn't want to give up anything or do anything, but earlier, when you first met Jook, you said Mr. Govan introduced you as Little C, the guy from the shooting of Wu. So we already knew you were a shooter. So why would we need all the cloak and dagger if you're trying to reach out to Jook?
Nah, because look, this had went, man. After the shooting or whatever, after they discovered the car or whatever, Justin had got with me and was like, man, look, man, Juke saying that he'll keep with us on his own terms or whatever, and don't trust Govan or nothing like that right now. You know what I'm saying? He like, So in my eyes, there was so many crosses. You know what I'm saying? Like Justin had ran out with the cake or whatever, and I couldn't trust him. I couldn't trust nobody. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, man, I'm gonna take initiative on my own and hit Jigga on these little I forgot it was Instagram or something. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, man, go back on board. You know what I'm saying? Like, get up with you. Really, I need my money.
Did you ever text Mr. Jerk at all during the course of all this?
That's what I was saying. On a website, like on Instagram or Facebook, something like that. I forgot what it was. I ain't have his number personally. I could not contact him, like call his phone and say, Juke, where my money? No, I couldn't do it.
Okay. But Angela did that?
No.
So nobody.
Angela ain't know nothing about no Juke or none of these. Like, no, she couldn't just. She told them what she knew, and you know.
So she had no idea that this was going to go down before it went down on November 17th, right?
Nah, she ain't know till November 17th.
Right.
She ain't know till the day. When she picked me up, I had to go and tell her and keep her where it was what. And quit, but I make sure her sister stay happy, man. Make sure she stay happy.
All right, but then you also used her to go buy the car cover at AutoZone.
Yeah, that was fake. That was fake.
Right, but at that point, she knows she's hiding evidence, right, by buying this car cover trying to hide the car.
Nah, she ain't know she had no evidence or nothing like that. Angela Green, man, she ain't know nothing about what she was doing or nothing like that. I just told her go buy a car cover. She ain't know what car it was for.
Okay. So even though you guys committed a shooting in a car, you didn't tell her anything about it, just said go buy a car cover. She was like, okay, I'll do it.
Nah, I told her I got shot and stuff. I said, man, just go in there and get a universal car cover for me. You know what I'm saying? She ain't know what car that was the car cover was finna go on. She ain't know that.
You've just been shot 2 days earlier. She picks you up at a strange apartment that she doesn't live at, where you've got bandages. You tell her to go buy a car cover, and she doesn't ask any questions.
Nah, I told her, man. I did tell her that, you know, we just got into a little shootout, and you know, it was I told her it was a $1.5 million hit on Dolph.
I was trying not to say nothing, but what the fuck does his girlfriend being involved in this got to do with him, his client being?
And then it became a
He
million.
needs to be trying to distance his client from this shit, not implicate this nigga girlfriend.
Okay.
But it was really 100,000. I never said no million. I never said no 200,000. Whatever you trying to get it, I never said that.
Like I said, anything. I just have paperwork in front of me. So when Angela testifies, I'm going to ask her. She'll say that I agree with you. The 1.5 million is the first thing you mentioned. So you didn't mention to her $1 million.
I ain't say no better.
You didn't mention $500,000 to her.
No.
Did you mention to her that you talked to Shay, your child's mother, and said you're going to use that money to buy a house for them and live happily ever after?
Nah, I ain't, because I ain't never said no shit like that to Shay, man. I ain't say we were living happy ever after, man. I just said, you know, I was going, you know, make sure if God would have, well, I ain't gonna say if God don't bless evil, but if I would have got away with it and I would have got the little 50,000, I would have blessed my children's mother with about 10 so they could get them a house or something. And I sent that text message and they want to know we gonna be happy ever after and all that. Nah.
Right. Do you remember when another lawyer named Luke Evans, I think, was a lawyer? He asked you about that, and you said, I was just running game on her. Doesn't mean anything. You ran game on Angela, right?
No, I ain't run game on them.
Who you run game on?
I ain't run game on nobody. Because my children's mother was going, you know, get in. I was going to put them down in the house. You can't buy no house for no 40,000 or nothing like that. You know?
He's going to find it for me.
Yeah, it was just running, you know, running game is like just telling them, like,
lying to them.
no, I wouldn't say lying. It's just, you know, man and women talking. She know me, I know her. She know I'm full of shit. I know she full of shit. Basically,
All right,
just
so
put a smile on each other's face, laugh, something to laugh about.
Deputy, could I have you looking at page 153, please? Could you better read that page, please? Can I retrieve that, Deputy? All right. So the question was asked by Mr. Evans, but you're telling her you're gonna buy her a house. Answer, I said that the day before, I said that the day before. Question, the day before. Answer, yeah, I tell a female a lie. You know what I'm saying? Like that, my baby mama. I was just trying to get back with her or whatever. I ain't just like, it's just game. You know what I'm saying? It's just game. It ain't about all, it's just game. So when I asked you that you were trying to get back with your baby's mother, and you said that to this other lawyer, that's a lie.
Well, no, because if it's right there, you know what I'm saying? If I said it then, how I feel now about her and how I feel then, different time.
All right.
Been 44 months, man.
I understand. And you don't want to spend the rest of your life in prison, do you?
I don't know if I want to spend the rest of their life in prison, but, I got to do whatever they give me to do. If they give me life, then it's just my life, you know what I'm saying? I did the crime.
Okay. So let me finish up this. So when he talked to you about the day before, yeah, I tell a female a lie, you know what I'm saying? Like that, my baby mama. I was just trying to get back with her or whatever. It ain't just like, it's just a game. You know what I'm saying? It's just game. It ain't all about all, it's just game. Question, so you're just lying to her too. Answer, I ain't saying lying. I ain't gonna say that. Game and lying is two different things because, tell a person what they want to hear. You know what I'm saying? You said that, right?
I just told you, yeah.
Right. And you're
I
running the
know
game.
how I feel about her now, how I feel being different. You know what I'm saying? Once again, same response.
I agree, but it's agreed.
So you?
Our opening statement to me is tell people what they want to hear. It's just a game.
No. It's different from me. It's totally different, sir.
Okay. So when you said
This
quote
ain't game
unquote,
right here.
This nigga telling the truth. He telling the truth because they didn't give him his money.
and you're
Like he said, he got a couple like $1,500. He's supposed to get 50,000. That's why he told. He like, y'all niggas ain't gave me my money, and I got shot. I'm telling.
You still haven't pled guilty to this case.
Why did I just take a guilty plea?
Yeah, I mean, they're gonna give you what they're gonna give you.
Yeah, they are, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I'ma just keep it real, same person that hired me, same person that, you know what I'm saying, kept it real with them, so I'ma keep it real too, you know what I'm saying? Because I didn't know nothing about this. I ain't had no beef with paper route. I ain't into no paper route. I don't know none of them. And I now met Mr. Hernandez Govan, and he told me about the hit on all their head and stuff. I wouldn't be sitting up here, sir. I still be up there popping my feet, minding my feet.
All right. With regards to after the shooting, you said you went to the car and you cleaned it at night, correct?
Yes, sir.
The car in which you were bleeding from your shoulder wound and maybe or maybe not from your leg wound.
Yes, sir.
All right, and you mentioned that you took bleaching peroxide and you wiped it down.
I didn't say what it was. I said I don't know exactly. I can't recall exactly what I sprayed on. Clean stuff.
Just give me a second, I'll show you the statement.
Okay. If it's there and I said it, I admit it is there. But I don't remember. I can't just tell you, this is what I use right off top. Right.
I'm just asking, how many people have you shot that you can't remember going to clean a car with bleach and peroxide?
I told you, sir. I ain't shoot nobody but a guy in 2011. I shot Ed Wu and Young Dolph. I don't shoot people like that. I'm not that kind of guy. How many people have you shot, guy?
You remember pulling a gun on your child's mother where she had to get a restraining order against you?
Yeah, I remember that.
I'm not that type of guy. I don't shoot at people like that. Only if somebody paying me to shoot at you.
You've had domestic violence calls as well. As just a few months before all this happened, you called the police on.
Am I on trial, sir?
Well, you should be, but you're not right now. So I'm asking you.
Well, why you bring up my criminal history? Yeah.
All right. And then did you also steal TVs and other things to
Yes, sir,
buy
I did.
drugs
Yes,
after
sir.
you stole Angela's property?
Yes, sir, I did.
And you've had domestic violence with her as well.
Yes, sir, I did.
But she's still dating you as of today after 4 years being in
Yes,
prison.
sir. People go through their ups and downs. Every relationship do.
Okay. refer the state to page 158 and 159. Sorry, you're gonna get your steps in, Deputy. Let's do this again.
No problem.
I want you to read the bottom of that page and the top of the next page. Could I have it back, Deputy? All right. So the question you asked. Trying to see who asked you the question. Luke Evans asked you the question. It was actually twice. It was also asked on page 153. Question, all right. Now you said you wiped down this car. How did you wipe down this car? Like, what did you do? Answer, what you mean? Question, how did you wipe down the car? What did you do? You walked through the backyard, walked up to the car. What did you do next? Answer, I took a towel and, I had like peroxide and bleach and stuff, and I wiped the car down. Question, peroxide and bleach? Answer, yeah. Question, and so you walked back through this yard and you had big things of peroxide and bleach in your hands? Answer, yeah. You trying to say how I did it with a shot arm? Then you guys go on as to how you would wipe that thing down. Remember 3 different times you talked about bleach and peroxide?
Yep.
And carrying big things of bleach and peroxide to the car?
I didn't say I cared.
Question, and so you walked back through this yard and you had big things of peroxide and bleach in your hands? Answer, yeah.
I had on tap. I didn't say I carried no beef because I remember him asking me, now you shot, and you holding all this. No, I didn't do all
Let's
this.
do it again.
Again, I'm asked and answered several times.
You keep changing.
We'll give him a chance to clear this up.
Thank you. I'll just ask you again. Question, until you walked back through this yard and you had big things of peroxide and bleach in your hands? Answer, yeah.
Yeah, it's on that paper, yeah.
At some point in one of your interviews, you mentioned that Justin Johnson gave $500 to the neighbor next to your father's house along with a letter. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
That happened, right?
Yeah.
All right, and the lady that lives next to your dad's house, is that Vivian Ferguson?
Yeah.
All right. And so she was given $500 by whom?
I wasn't there at the time, but I believe it was Justin Johnson.
Okay, so Justin Johnson arguably would have gone to your dad's neighbor, lady that's like a grandma, Vivian Ferguson, if I remember correctly, and gave her $500 cash, I'm guessing?
Yeah.
Okay. And then at some point after the shooting, you went to Atlanta, right?
I was coming back from Atlanta when he had took that 500 as well.
Okay. I'm not gonna ask if you know when the 500 went there because I'm certain it's gonna be blurry for you, but after the shooting, you went to Atlanta.
Yeah.
All right. And then arguably when things cooled down, you came back and there should have been $500 waiting for you with Mrs. Vivian Ferguson, right?
Now I was on my way back from Atlanta when he gave her that 500. I was already en route back to me.
All right. So she would hold the money for you until you
I
got
was
back.
just a few hours away.
Okay. You have any idea when that was?
Nah, I can't tell you.
Okay. With regards to when you met Justin, you told us repeatedly to the government that you met him through Mr. Govan. Is that fair?
Yes, sir.
All right. Do you remember making an intoxicated statement to the police on December 9th when you were arrested? That you met Mr. Johnson through another rapper that you knew as miscellaneous. It's like $MISC. You remember saying that?
No, I don't recall it.
Okay.
I was under the influence, sir, so I don't recall none of that interview at all. I'm just gonna be honest with you. On December 9th, the day I got locked up, I was high. My mugshot said I don't remember that.
Okay, so let me back up that day that you got locked up. You were high, but you went to the grocery store, knowing enough it was your daughter's birthday to buy cake and balloons. You went to the school to drop it off. You then were alert enough to notice that.
No, I did say I went by Family Dollar, got to tell them how
I'm getting there. You were alert enough to notice that you were being followed by law enforcement, but instead of whatever, you decided to go to the Family Dollar to get some headache pills. You then drive through Mississippi or to Mississippi, and then you're alert enough to know that suddenly not just the unmarked cars, the Jeeps, DeSoto County Police was also following you, right? And then they stopped
They
you.
pulled me over.
They pulled you over.
They follow me. They come behind me. That's what initially made me stop and pull me over for the U.S. Marshals.
All right. Was this on the side of the road?
Yeah, they pulled me over on the side of the road.
Okay. And so, was this near your child's mother's house?
No, it was in Mississippi on her way.
All right. Because when we talked,
State line.
okay, when you talked to the government, you said you were able to get your phone to your child's mother, so you gave her some evidence, and the police figured it out. Was that before or after the police were following you?
They were following me doing the whole time. I didn't know, but after I left my daughter's school, which was right around the corner from my mom's house, I drove.
Okay, because you didn't tell when the government asked you what happened next. Now you're saying after the school, you remember in your intoxicated state, you drove to your child's mother's house and left the important cell phone with her.
Listen, after I left her house, that's when I went to Family Dollar, got the $10 PM, because I knew they were following me now. When I was in her apartment, they pulled a 5-car Jeep. I was able to get on out of her. I went to Family Dollar, got the $10 PM, and then I just shot on out.
Okay, so let me get it straight now. So when you went to your child's mother's house, I still have it, it is now your testimony that they were there 5 deep.
They pulled up 5-car Jeep. As I was out there talking to her, they were pulling in the apartments, and I told her to move, and I pulled on up.
Okay. So as you're at the apartment, you see the cops, they somehow just let you get away?
They was on Mars, they were U.S. Marshals. They was on Mars. I guess they were waiting on me to meet somebody, make a move, I don't know. Why they ain't get me right then?
Do you remember telling Uncle Ron, your brother Quez, and all that, prior to all this, that after it happened, that Govan is a federal snitch and you had put sort of a listening device in your jacket?
Oh yeah, I remember saying.
Okay. You remember at one of your many interviews, they showed you photos of weapons that could have been used at the time of the shooting. You remember that? You had to identify photos that they were showing you of guns.
Probably, I can't.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I think this was one of the non-intoxicated interviews. I'm just gonna ask you.
Okay.
Um, One of the guns that they showed you, you said was Justin's and it's old. You remember saying that?
He was on a picture with it.
No, it was just a gun.
Uh,
They sort of did a gun lineup, I guess, if you were. You remember that?
I don't remember.
All right. You remember being shown an AK and some other handguns, and you said those were Angela's guns. You remember that?
I don't remember that.
Okay.
I remember being shown some guns, but I don't remember that.
All right. And it's your testimony under oath, even though you told the police that you met Justin sometime in the past through miscellaneous. You were too intoxicated, and you have no idea how that name came into your mind to say, I met Justin with miscellaneous, right? This is random talk
I was
here.
under the influence, dude. I was under the influence.
I get all that.
If you ask the police to interview me, they'll tell you that they had to hold me up to go to the restroom.
All right.
So if you ask them to interview me, I'll say to take it.
All right. And so the first interview where you said miscellaneous did this, and you had a long interview with the police. Not once did you mention the name Govan, right, in that first
I
interview?
never told them nobody did this. I never told them nobody did that. I never said like, and I never admitted to doing this or being a part of this or nothing. And then,
I'm just trying to figure out all the people in the world you get to pick. You said I met Justin through miscellaneous. Why miscellaneous? How did that come to your
I
mind?
don't even know no miscellaneous. I'm just being honest, sir.
Okay.
I was under the influence.
Do you remember writing letters to your sisters,
Yes, sir.
Kiana Smith and Vanessa Holmes?
Yes, sir.
With regards to your letter to Kiana Smith, I guess you didn't think it was going to get seized. That was dated 3/3/22. That would be March 3rd, 22. You remember that? Yes, yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. You're basically saying that Angela's lying, LMAO. Angela said she was scared, blah, blah, LMAO. She's fucking with my life with her lies. You remember all that?
Sir, I wrote.
All right. If you want to see it, I'll show it to you.
No, I know this is what y'all talking about.
Right, and you go on and on about her lying ass and all that other stuff. So the interesting thing there is, you talked to your sister about a separate case here in Memphis, in the Holly Bobo case. You remember that?
Yeah, when I was explaining my lawyer history, who my lawyer was, that would represent me or whatever, so I was just telling them like his history,
Sure.
who he all represented and stuff like that.
Okay. And it says, he being your lawyer, he said, that's the only way. I will not do life in jail. And ECT, Maine, what is ECT? Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. Maine just got $50K for this. He talking about one of the men in Holly Bobo case where they raped and killed her, period. He worked with them and they let him walk free. You remember saying that to your sister?
Yeah,
That if he,
I wrote it. Yeah, I wrote
so the idea was, this is in March, you're not intoxicated anymore.
it. No, I ain't intoxicated.
You're writing to her that if I work with the police, just like this guy that raped and killed a woman and walked free because he cooperated,
Well,
that was,
I actually don't know exactly what the guy did, what role the guy played that he represented. So I really didn't, and I didn't know the case very well as well. So I didn't know what was the outcome. I don't know what this fit because I didn't know the role. I just know he represented somebody on the case.
so when your family was reaching out to Juke's lawyer, Arthur Horn, and getting other
My
lawyers.
family didn't reach out to Arthur.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Let him finish his question.
I want to be accurate. Yes, your family reached out to Attorney Bailey, who then reached out to Arthur Horn on your behalf to get the money and all that. Got it. But then when Bailey pulled out of the case, you got the same lawyer that got the man in the Holly Bobo case off by cooperating, right?
Right. Yeah.
Deputy, could you show him this, please?
I see.
Okay, if I could have it back up here. And this is your handwriting, right?
Yeah, that's mine.
Okay, so again, I'll read it. He said that's the only way, I will not do life in jail. And then you said he talking about one of the men in Hollywood Bobo case where they raped and killed her, worked with them, and they let him walk free. That's what you said to your sister about what you were gonna do and what you expected to have happen, right? That was your expectation.
Yeah, I was saying what my lawyer had, what my lawyer had did for their client, which I don't know that man role in the Hollywood Bobo case. I don't know what role he played in that case.
Okay.
So I don't know how he got to walk free. I don't know what he did. You know what I'm saying? Like what role he played in that woman death or whatever. I was just telling them what his history was.
Right, but you chose the one lawyer that you're talking about that said, got me, his guy to cooperate and he walked free on murder, and we're here on a murder, right?
Well, you got somebody to walk free before, so I didn't know exactly what my lawyer did. Like I was just telling them his history. You know?
Okay, well.
How in the entire fuck do you not know what role he played and you wrote in there they raped and killed somebody, he snitched and walked free?
And
What the
I have to
fuck?
talk to you. I did ask to talk to you through the jail and stuff several times, right?
Did you ask to talk to me?
Yeah, did your lawyer tell you that I called multiple times to try to talk to you before trial, they said, no, I couldn't talk to you, you remember that?
No, I don't.
Your lawyer didn't tell you that?
Objection, Your Honor, relevant.
It's okay, I'll withdraw the question. Can I just have a moment, Your Honor? You remember when I talked to you, it seems like a lifetime ago, where we talked about Gotti's Arthur Bourne giving some money for your lawyer, and I asked you, are you on the team and all that, and you said you don't know what I'm talking about. You remember that? Okay, so I'm just gonna play some audio for you. You're gonna, sorry about this internet thing. I just want you to listen to it carefully and tell me if that's your voice.
That this was like, was the message given to you that like this is for you to be on their team and not talk?
Pretty much, but not really. But I guess by them making the payment, like this supposed to be like just be cool. But since I think,
And as far as you know, since you've obviously had enough TV knowledge or whatever, since you know who I am, you know for a fact that neither Gotti nor Mr. Jook have ever been questioned by the police, right? Right. And I know Mr. Jook died in 2024, about 2.5 years after the shooting. You're not aware of them ever being questioned, even listening to what I just played for you, right?
no, I haven't talked to. I can't contact Duke or Buddy. I don't know them personally.
Okay. And so just before I sit down, we're not sure about the dates. We're not sure about the times. Basically, from this meeting until the murder, it's about 3 months is our best guess before you and Justin did it. The morning of the murder, you didn't call Mr. Govan, did you?
No, we talked to Govan the day before, like when we was already out.
Right. Well, the reason I ask is you didn't know what you were going to do that morning. Justin just showed up with a stolen white Mercedes, right?
No, we did. We knew they had turkey drive, like I said.
I'm not talking about turkey guys. When Mr. Johnson picked you up, he showed up with a white Mercedes. You didn't know he was coming with a white Mercedes, right?
No, I didn't know he was pulling up in that car.
Right. And you didn't know what guns he was going to bring.
No, I did not.
And you didn't know if you were going to see anybody that day because the turkey drive had been going on all week, right?
No, we, like I said before, prior to this, was the day before we was already out. So we knew that we was, you know what I'm saying? He already let us know. Mr. Govan already let us know, like, y'all gonna get something. We gonna get something. We ain't just selling nothing. We gonna get something. We out hunting. We on the move.
And when you happen to see Mr. Dolph, since you said you're not familiar with PRE and all that, even though you shot at Mr. Wu some months earlier, how did you know that was him? If you don't know much about PRE, how did you know that was Dolph?
Told you I listened to Dolph. I knew Dolph. That's the only one I knew of. I
Okay.
used to listen to.
Well, the car that we saw is very dark tinted windows.
Everybody know Dolph cars. All on the sign.
Okay, so he's got a G-Wagon? Yes? If you know everything, then all his cars are.
Nah, like all of them got like the little military stuff on. But he was in there the day before at the gas station.
But you said when you got there, you didn't see him. He was
Nah,
already
but it
gone.
was on the internet. It was on the internet.
Okay, so when you now say that Govan told you about these turkey drives, you have access to the internet where you live, right? And you can see all the Instagram blowing up that he's doing all these turkey drives on your own. You knew that, right? You didn't,
Yeah, we all knew that they were doing turkey drives.
right? Because it almost sounds like we're being a child, right? You commit a murder and you're like, Govan told me to get rid of the gun, or Govan told me to get rid of the phone, or Govan said hide your car. You've been a pretty good criminal until then. You know you're supposed to do these things, right? You don't need it spoon-fed from that guy to say, hey, maybe hide the evidence from the murder, right?
Actually, I didn't know anything about the hit until Mr. Govan brought me in. He the one hired me to do the hits or whatever. I didn't know anything about paper route having no hit. I didn't know anything about Justin Johnson. I met all that to Mr. Hernandez Govan, who sitting right there.
And Jip was supposed to give you the money. And you met him and he told you he would.
No, Juke wasn't doing all the talking. Mr. Hernandez Govan was doing all the talking, like I said. Juke was like, put them phones outside, and he was just like shaking his head, like whatever he was saying, like the money gonna be good. That was Mr. Hernandez was talking. He was like, you know what I'm saying? This little C right here. This
All
what
right.
he
So the guy that you just met, that Bobby Carter, your associate, said might be a snitch, that's who you're listening to. Can we play this clip that you told? Sorry, we have to switch computers, everybody.
It was one day me and Elder was out right, and I wanted some X pills, so I went to courthouse to get the X pills from him, and Juke was over there. And when I walked in, there was one quick told Juke, this little C right here, and mine, Juke was like, he don't know. First, he said, take all the phones outside, you know. He ain't say my phone, he saying quit phone. I passed my phone to make it feel comfortable. So took the phone outside and Juke was like, he don't know how to get him, and he got us. And okay, I was like exactly when it was, but that's what he said.
Thank you. You remember saying that when you had this run-in with Jeff just by chance, that he was doing all the talking about the hits. Assuming this is true.
Yeah,
that
Govan
he's-
was too. Mr. Hernandez Govan was.
So what I'm hearing, when you say it was
That's
just,
me.
right, and Juke also knew that Govan could have been a federal snitch, that's why he made you move the
I
phones out.
don't know nothing about that because I don't know Juke like that. I don't know what Juke knew about Mr. Hernandez Govan, but that was what I had heard. that he was a federal snitch, and every time somebody said that he'd shoot at him, so that's why I ain't believe him. So
But you said earlier, about an hour or so ago, that even Juke knew about him being law enforcement, and that's why he made you take the phones outside.
that was they said, but I don't know what Juke knew about him, because I don't know Juke like that, you know what I'm saying? But that's what I was assuming, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's why he tell us to take the phone. That's what I was
And
assuming.
you're familiar with CMG, right?
I know the artists, yeah.
Okay.
I don't know them personally.
With regards to knowing Dolph and his music, you've heard of the song 100 Shots, right?
Yeah.
All right, so you know people have been trying to kill Dolph for 3 to 4 years prior to him doing it.
Yeah.
All right, and you know that CMG had people all over the country trying to kill him, Los Angeles, Charlotte, etc. You know that, right? You read about it because you're a fan.
Yeah, I don't know exactly who it was or nothing like that. I don't know. But I know they've been having beef. I know they were.
All right, you guys very successful, wealthy, all that kind of stuff, right?
Yeah.
So all the people that they were hired to kill the biggest thing in Memphis, they pick some no-name guy that sells a couple of pills on Bradley Street in Orange Mound to set you up to go kill somebody instead of paying some real professionals what they're doing, even though he's been shot at repeatedly in other places, right?
Yeah. Come from Mr. Hernandez, Govan, he was saying I ain't want nobody on their camp doing it, so that's why he had us
Okay,
on the team.
yeah, go in and set it all up, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
That's how I met. That's how I knew about it. I ain't know nothing about it.
You didn't know nothing living in the streets that there was a price on Dolph's head and that he'd been shot at, even though you know
I
it's
know
music.
he been shot at him, been shot, but I didn't know like to connect with Juke to talk about. I do it. No. I do it. People need to know. Mr. Hernandez, Govan, how we do the job.
I appreciate your time.
No problem. Appreciate you.
George, you have a break, I need to check on something, I may have a couple more questions for, we need a break. We need to take a break. Let's stay in a brief recess.
Court stands in a brief recess. Jury following.
I guess that means I gotta talk into the hold on. I got it back, so hopefully they brief recess is a brief recess. Skip forward till they come back. I don't think it's gonna be brief though. They don't know what that is. No, that should be ending by 5. It might be a brief one. The camera moving. Are they talking? Yeah, this nigga here, he told everything. I say he been locked up damn near 4 years. I wonder what his sentence was. All this damn snitching, he shouldn't have did a day though, because they wouldn't have got nobody else. But he's the main shooter in this joint. He the one that had the AK. Justin Johnson had the little small ass pistol. But this nigga here just telling, yo man, I don't just be shooting at niggas, man. You know, I don't do that. But you know what I'm saying? Am I caught up? I am. It's on live. Son of a bitch. I guess I'll do what I did last time and give y'all a concert until they come back. Hold on. Let's find music. Back. No video clips. All right. We playing Dolph until they come back.
Ray Young.
Yeah.
You're down into the courtroom.
Let me say how about you follow for you, based on some of the things that Mr. Aurora actually, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Alright, so the date you got arrested was December the 9th, 2021,
Correct.
and you spoke with police that day.
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Aurora asked you, about you stating that you met Justin Johnson through a person named Miscellaneous.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you know a person named Miscellaneous?
No, ma'am.
Do you know a person named Justin Taylor?
After being locked up, I realized who he was.
Okay, who was Justin Taylor?
He used to be around Hernandez, Govan, and Justin Johnson.
And that's a different person than Justin Johnson, right? Justin Taylor, Justin Johnson.
Yes, ma'am.
And you mentioned this in your interview, you met Justin Taylor through Miscellaneous, you remember that, saying that?
No, I don't recall saying it.
Or if that was what you said in your interview, that be about right?
Yeah, that was under the influence.
Perfect. We can play that. And Cornelius, do you recognize the person in this video?
Yeah, it looked like me.
Okay. Play this.
Did you speak with a Justin Taylor? Well, I had to. I don't know what I did. Okay, you may know him as Drop or T. Okay, did you talk to him that day? Yeah, I did. What did y'all? I can't remember the whole conversation. I can't remember who I was about to get that. Okay. But I know well because you little brother. I'm 30, I'm 32. Okay. How do you know this? I don't know because I met him for one of my parties. Which party is it? My rapper name, Miss who? Miss Lane. Miss
They were asking you about Justin Taylor. You called it. And that's who you,
Yes, ma'am.
and that's who you're answering about.
Yes, ma'am.
Also during the cross-examination, you were asked about, some payments between cash and cash out. You recall that?
Yes, ma'am. That's when I cut my interview off.
Okay. you mentioned that was two different instances you talked about.
Justin was saying that he was gonna cash out Mr. Hernandez and Govan some money to get the car cover or whatever,
Okay,
and he got me cash.
okay. Alright. And like I said, the incident happened November 17th, 2021.
Yes, ma'am.
And you didn't initially speak with police the December the 9th, 2021.
Correct.
And it was even later than that when you mentioned about AutoZone, right?
Correct.
So it could have been.
Objection, leading, speculating, Your Honor, could have been.
Well, possibly 5 or 6 months later when you spoke with them about
Yeah, but when
AutoZone.
I first spoke to the detectives, I wasn't, put myself in it, saying that I did it, saying that I know, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was under the influence December the 9th, and the conversation we was having really was like, all right, if I don't incriminate myself in this, they gonna let me go, you know what I'm saying? But it ain't working.
And last, you were asked about a message that was sent to Juke in December, I believe, 2021. You recall that?
Yes, ma'am, I had looked, I forgot what website, but I sent them a message like, when he go in home, boy, let's see, man, I'm trying to get with you so I can get my money.
At times, would you sometimes use Angela's phone?
Yes, ma'am.
Could you possibly use Angela's phone to send that message?
Yes, ma'am.
I have no further questions.
Should ask the government to play the same audio clip instead of. Was that there? Okay, please. While she's doing that, a couple times while we were talking over the last hour or two, I called your girlfriend Angela Adams. You remember that? Okay, people sometimes say the name's wrong, right? You gotta say yes or no.
Yes.
All right. They're asking me about Justin Taylor. Do you know Justin Taylor?
Oh, I met him through Mr. Hernandez. Just
Okay, but the reason I ask is you said you talked to Justin that day of the shooting.
Justin Johnson.
Yeah.
Yeah, they straight drop Justin Johnson.
Right, and the cop says Justin Taylor, you may know him as Drop. You remember hearing that? She's gonna play it again for you. So I don't want to pull the wool over the jury's eyes. You knew exactly who he was talking about. He just switched out the names, just like I've done, and the jury's heard me do because there's so many people involved. When he said, did you talk to Justin Taylor, Drop, or whatever, on the day of the homicide, you meant Justin Johnson. You said yes, right?
I didn't incriminate myself.
I'm not asking.
None of them that day. So when they were talking to me, I was under the influence, but I wasn't incriminating myself at the same time.
Okay. I understand that. It simply said, did you talk to Justin Taylor, Drop, or some other nickname? And you said yes, right? We'll just play it. We'll get to the bottom of it. I mean, you and I both know who they were talking about, right? That day?
At the time I did. They asked names that I don't know. I didn't know Mr. Hernandez, Govan first name. I didn't know Justin Johnson first name. I didn't know nothing about nobody first name. When I first got locked up, I didn't know none of their first name.
Whoa. So now you're telling this jury you didn't know Justin Johnson's first name until you
were
got locked
saying,
up?
they asked Justin Johnson, you might know him as Straight Drop. They were telling me their names before I got locked up. Like before I got locked up, I ain't know none of their first names. Like
Okay.
his name was Quick, Justin John's name was Straight Drop.
When the government asked you about Justin Johnson, you described exactly how it happened, how he introduced you, and I
I
called
had
it.
paperwork with everybody's name.
Right, but I thought you didn't have a lot of the discovery, but now you have the names.
I don't have all my discovery. That's what I said, but the stuff that, you know what I'm saying, with everybody's name in it, I got it.
All right, so the man you went to go kill Dolph with in cold blood in broad daylight, that you'd known for about 4 months at that point, you didn't know his name was Justin. Never called him that.
No,
And you had his phone number. You called him bro, so how did you know his name was Drop? Did you just call him brother? That's all you had?
Straight drop. There was his rap name, so I just called him drop. I ain't know nobody legal name. They ain't know my legal name. They call me Lil C. They ain't know my legal name. They just went off with everybody called me Lil C.
Can we play the audio, please?
He shot me about 70. Outside, yeah. Outside. Did you speak with a Justin Taylor on that day? Justin Taylor. I'm trying to see that. Well, I had to. You looked at my phone. I had to, but I don't know what I did. Okay, you may know him as Drop or T. I know him. Okay, did you talk to him that day? I probably did, but yeah, I did. What did y'all say?
Keep going until he says miscellaneous, please.
I can't remember who I about that. Okay. But I know him because, you know, he was a brother. I'm 30, I'm 32. Okay. He don't. I didn't know Justin. You don't know good. I met him for going off party. Which party is it? My rapper name, Mr. Lane. Mr. who? Mr. Lane. Mr. Lane is, okay.
Thank you. I'm pretty sure the jurors are taking notes. So a second ago, I told you, how did you know Justin Taylor? And you said you met him through Govan, is that right?
Yeah.
All right. So when the police officer asks you, how do you know Justin? If you were really talking about Justin Taylor, wouldn't you have said, I met him through Govan? Remember, you just said it. Those are your words. I'm not trying to play games with you.
Right, I understand what you're saying.
All right. So you told us that you met Justin Taylor, whoever Justin Taylor is, through Govan, right?
Yeah.
And so when the police asked you, when did you meet Justin or Drop, you said, I met him through a rapper named Miscellaneous. You remember?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I just did on that.
So if the prosecutor tries to make it seem like you met Justin Taylor through Miscellaneous, that would be false because you just testified under oath that Govan's the one that introduced you to Justin Taylor, right?
Yeah, but I was also under the influence of the influence.
I get all that, but you're not
And
under
I
the
wasn't
influence.
trying to incriminate myself.
The prosecutor's not under the influence, and neither are you. She asked you a straight up question and said, is it possible you met him this way? And you guys chuckled about it a little bit. What I'm telling you is, the truth is, if you ever knew Justin Taylor, it was through Mr. Govan. And when they asked you about Justin Drop, you said, I met him through Miscellaneous. Is that what we heard? The only answer is yes.
That's what the video just said.
That's all I have.
No.
We do have one witness, Angela Short. Or she's short.
No.
I don't believe she is.
No, can you start that first thing in the morning? Cause I don't wanna work late today, there's no, this is first day, jurors have been here all day. I don't wanna wear them down and out, it's too early to do that. So we will get started first thing in the morning at 9:30. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to admonish you again not to talk about it. So, when you start to talk about things, let's say you start talking about this trial, with amongst yourselves. Once you start talking about things, you begin to, come to conclusions about matters. And it's way too soon to do that, okay? I've admonished you early on, and I'm gonna continue to admonish you to wait till you hear all of the proof. And wait till you get the law that I'm going to give you to add to the proof before you start having conversations about it, okay? Because once you start to talk about it, you will start coming to your own conclusions, and I don't want you to do that. Understand? So you guys go have a good evening, enjoy your evening, and we'll see you back here bright and early at 9:30. Go ahead, Jennifer.
All right. So
9:30 tomorrow morning.
So cold, but I'm so hot. Same
Dope
still on
boys
the block. Up in the trap, I'm dope boy.
with them knives.
Dope boy now.
The game so cold, but I'm so hot. Same old shit, still on the block. Same young nigga came up in the trap. I'm dope boy, fresh with dope boy not. Dope boy, fresh with dope boy not. Dope boy, fresh with dope boy not. Same young nigga came up in the trap. I'm dope boy, fresh with dope boy not. The game so cold, but I'm so hot. Same old shit, still on the block. Same young nigga came up in the trap. I'm dope boy, fresh with dope boy not. Dope boy, fresh with dope boy not. Dope boy, fresh with dope boy not. Same young nigga came up in the trap. I'm dope boy, fresh with dope boy not. I'm dope boy, fresh with dope boy not. Down 8 gram, headed straight to the block. Pirates this water while till it's hot. Listen double up, turn a little to a lot. Right hand on the cell phone, take an order. Left hand 360 motor to a lot. Blue holler tips, got switches on the dot. State game, true sippers can't be stopped. Laughing at you haters while I'm thumbing through the paper. Says long live to the bottom, won't you meet me at the top? The nigga ain't shit, yeah, I get that a lot. Won't be deterred and I won't be stopped. Shaq D's the number one, I post up on the block. 24/7 cause the hustle don't stop. 31 flavor, take an order like a waiter. I be selling more gas than a local truck stop. 1200 strong for a pound to the top. Got me shining, I'm a star. Ask about me, I am legend. They gon' tell you who we are. Fuck these niggas, fuck these bitches. Get money, all I know. No love for these bitches. Never saving these hoes. The game so cold, but I'm so hot. Same old shit, still on the block. Same young nigga came up in the trap. I'm dope boy, fresh with dope boy not. Dope boy, fresh with dope boy not. Dope boy, fresh with dope boy not. Same young nigga came up in the trap. I'm dope boy, fresh with dope boy not. The game so cold, but I'm so hot. Same old shit, still on the block. Same young nigga came up in the trap. I'm dope boy, fresh with dope boy not. Dope boy, fresh with dope boy not. Dope boy, fresh with dope boy not. Same young nigga came up in the trap. I'm dope boy, fresh with dope boy not.
When I'm thinking about the past, yeah, gon' get some nice gang, we at the spot. If we ever was short, then it's back to the block, you probably get shot. Every day the sudden change, we getting money, that's one thing that's never gon' stop. Real dope boys do what it takes, playing high stakes, living to die. Do your time, keep it quiet, no matter who you are, don't get what you got. Stack it up, that's the bond to stay fresh. Oh, they think that you're not. Take a roll with a hoe, they gon' let you go. Somebody's gonna say you ain't hot. Just invest in yourself, don't worry about nobody else. There ain't no handout. If you say the same, put it on the chain. Let them see you ain't tied down. Got a couple rings, did a lot of things. I ain't really gon' talk about it. Give me a trade, get you go. She gon' show up and show out. So don't ask me what a dope at, cause you already around.
The game so cold, but I'm so hot. Same old shit, still on the block. Same young nigga came up in the trap. I'm dope boy, fresh with dope boy not. Dope boy, fresh with dope boy not. Dope boy, fresh with dope boy not. Same